Hi, fellow travelers, and should I say travel hacking students. Welcome to Lesson 101 from Travel Hacker University, Introduction to Travel Hacking. In this course, we're going to just give you some history of the points and miles as relates to airlines and to hotels. First, airline loyalty programs. Airline loyalty programs trace their origins to the late 1970s and early 1980s. As airlines sought ways to build brand loyalty in a newly deregulated industry. Now, the U.S. Airline Deregulation Act of 1978 created intense competition, with airlines needing new strategies to attract and retain customers. In response, the first airline to announce a frequent flyer program was Texas International Airlines in 1979. But it was American Airlines in 1981 with their Advantage program that popularized the model.
It used to be business travel could be very unrewarding.
Mr. Smith, they want you back at the home office.
That's why at American Airlines,
we're giving you our best.
We invented the Advantage program for frequent flyers, so all those business miles can add up to free vacation trips. We even keep track of your miles for you automatically. American's Advantage program, just one more way we're giving you our best.
Advantage offered points or miles based on the distance flown, which could be redeemed for future flights or upgrades. The program quickly became a hit, attracting over 100,000 members within months. Competitors like United Airlines with Mileage Plus and Delta with SkyMiles soon followed with their own loyalty programs, sparking an industry-wide trend. Now, initially, airline loyalty programs were simple, rewarding customers purely for the miles they flew. However, in the mid-1980s, airlines began forming partnerships with hotels, car rental companies, and credit card providers. This enabled customers to earn points from various sources. And this diversification helped expand the reach and appeal of frequent flyer programs. Throughout the 1990s and 2000s, programs evolved to introduce tiered statuses, offering elite members exclusive perks like priority boarding, free upgrades, and lounge access. Airlines also began to shift towards dynamic award pricing, meaning the number of points needed for a flight would fluctuate based on demand. Today, loyalty programs remain a critical revenue source for airlines, with many selling miles to banks and partners at a profit. Despite the changing landscape of air travel, these programs continue to evolve, integrating mobile apps, offering co-branded credit cards, and maintaining their status as a key driver for customer retention in the competitive airline industry. Hotel loyalty programs. Hotel loyalty programs emerged in the early 1980s, modeled after the success of the airline frequent flyer programs. With the growth of both business and leisure travel, hotel chains sought ways to differentiate themselves and retain customers. Holiday Inn launched the first major hotel loyalty program called Priority Club in 1983. It's now known as IHG Rewards.
Mom, Dad, a 37-year-old that lives at home should pay rent.
It's great, Mark.
But I want airline miles or points.
I don't understand.
My rent would earn me airline miles, and with points I could upgrade to, like, grandma's room.
Like a rewards program.
Whatever.
Yeah, what does this look like, a Holiday Inn?
More ways to collect and redeem points than any other hotel program. That's today's Holiday Inn.
Shortly after, Marriott introduced Marriott Rewards in 1984, which would later become Bonvoy, one of the largest hotel loyalty programs globally. These early programs rewarded guests with points for each stay, which could be redeemed for free nights or upgrades. Much like airline loyalty programs, hotel chains realized that offering benefits beyond just free stays could help foster deep brand loyalty. Thus, over the years, additional perks were introduced such as room upgrades, late checkout, complimentary breakfasts, and access to exclusive amenities, especially for elite members. In the 1990s, hotel loyalty programs expanded by partnering with airlines, allowing members to earn airline miles in addition to hotel points. This strategy helped capture business travelers who could now accrue rewards across multiple aspects of their travel experience. Credit card companies soon joined the mix, offering co-branded cards that allow customers to earn points on everyday purchases. More on that later. As competition intensified, hotel chains introduced tiered memberships similar to what the airlines did, offering higher status tiers with enhanced benefits. By the 2000s, hotel loyalty programs have become a crucial part of the industry, generating significant revenue through partnerships and point sales to credit card issuers. So today, major programs like Hilton Honors, Marriott Bonvoy, and World of Hyatt dominate the landscape, offering a variety of rewards and experiences from free stays to exclusive travel experiences. As technology evolved, these programs have increasingly relied on mobile apps, digital check-ins, and personalized offers to enhance customer loyalty. So let's talk about what the future holds for points and miles. In recent months, airline loyalty programs have come under increased scrutiny from the U.S. government. While frequent flyer programs have long been a staple in air travel, rewarding customers for their loyalty with miles, upgrades, and perks, the way these programs are structured and the potential for anti-competitive practices has caught the attention of regulators. This review could significantly alter how these programs operate in the future, impacting both consumers and the airlines that depend on them. Why is the government involved? Well, airline loyalty programs began as a simple incentive to keep customers returning to the same airline. Over time, however, they've evolved into a complex ecosystem tied to credit cards, hotel chains, and even car rentals. These programs have become a major profit center for airlines, with billions of dollars in annual revenue generated solely through these partnerships, particularly with credit card companies. Given the size of these programs, the U.S. government has taken an interest in how they may be contributing to market consolidation and limiting competition. The Department of Transportation, the DOT, and Department of Justice, or DOJ, have raised concerns that these loyalty programs may lock customers into specific airlines or alliances, reducing their ability to shop around for the best deal. This could also discourage new competitors from entering the market, potentially shifting innovation and keeping ticket prices high. Additionally, consumer advocacy groups have voiced complaints about the opacity or the frankness or the clarity and lack of consistency in how many miles or rewards are earned and redeemed. Airlines often change the rules of their programs without notice, devaluing miles, or making it harder to achieve elite status. We saw this most recently with Delta and somewhat with American Airlines as well, where it has less to do with flying now and more about how much spend you're putting on their credit cards. These concerns have prompted regulators to investigate whether such practices are unfair or deceptive to consumers. So what are the potential changes for consumers? If the government enforces new regulations on airline loyalty programs, consumers could see a range of impacts that are both positive and negative. On the positive side, there's increased transparency. One of the most likely outcomes of any government review is a requirement for airlines to be more transparent about their loyalty programs. This could mean clearer guidelines on how miles are earned, how they can be redeemed, and when expiration dates apply. Consumers would benefit from having a better understanding of how to maximize their rewards without being caught off guard by sudden rule changes. Secondly, would be more flexibility. If regulators determine that loyalty programs are anti-competitive, they may push airlines to offer more flexible redemption options. This could include easing restrictions on using miles across different airlines or expanding the range of non-flight rewards. Consumers may find it easier to redeem their points for other travel-related expenses such as hotels, car rentals, or even experiences, making their points more valuable. Third, less elite status exclusivity. On the flip side, frequent flyers who enjoy the benefits of having elite status may see some of their perks diluted. So if programs are forced to become more inclusive, airlines might reduce the benefits offered to their most loyal customers. Upgrades, lounge access, and priority boarding may become harder to come by if more people are allowed into these programs under less stringent requirements. Fourth is higher fees. Airlines are unlikely to let their loyalty program lose value without finding alternate revenue streams. So as a result, consumers might see higher fees associated with redeeming miles or booking tickets. Ancillary fees, such as those for checked bags, seat selection, or in-flight amenities, could rise as airlines look to recoup potential losses. For airlines, the outcome of government intervention in loyalty programs could be a two-edged sword. Number one, the loss of revenue. Airline programs are highly profitable with significant revenue generated through partnerships with credit card companies. If the government forces airlines to make their programs more consumer-friendly or less exclusive, airlines may lose some of this income. Changes to the current structure could also disrupt lucrative relationships with financial institutions, which rely heavily on co-branded credit cards to attract and retain customers. There's also the risk of increased competition. If loyalty programs are deemed anti-competitive, airlines may need to adjust their business strategies to attract and retain customers. This could lead to lower prices, improved customer service, or more innovative fare structures, all of which would benefit consumers. However, airlines may struggle to maintain profitability in a more competitive environment, especially if they're forced to cut back on ancillary fees or rewards that currently drive much of their revenue. Third are operational changes. Airlines may need to invest more heavily in technology and customer service to meet these new transparency requirements. This could include updating their online platforms to provide real-time information on flights and rewards, training customer reps to better handle inquiries, or rethinking how they manage elite status and loyalty tiers. While these changes would likely improve the overall customer experience, they could be costly for airlines to implement. As the U.S. government continues its review of airline loyalty programs, both consumers and airlines will need to brace for potential changes. While greater transparency and flexibility could be beneficial to travelers, there's also the possibility that elite benefits could become harder to attain or that fees could rise. For airlines, the challenge will be finding a way to maintain profitability in a potentially more competitive landscape. Ultimately, the review is part of a broader effort to ensure that air travel remains competitive and fair for all consumers. As these discussions unfold, travelers should keep a close eye on development and be prepared for possible shifts in the way they earn and use their miles. Well, congratulations. We made it through Lesson 101, Introduction to Travel Hacking. If you like this course, please hit that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do click on subscribe so that we can recognize your interest in learning more from us. If this video has brought any questions or comments to you, please share them below, or you can reach out to us through our website, b2g.travel. Thank you for watching, and look for Lesson 102, Understanding Credit Cards and Charge Cards, next week. Until then, happy traveling.